Hi Vigneshwaran, very good evening. Thank you for joining in. I'm Karan Beer. We're also joined in by Rahul Singh. He had joined as a participant earlier as well. Thanks for joining in. Rahul, Vigneshwaran had got in touch with us as well as a participant. He's into cooperative farming.
Yes,
And what were you into before this, Vigneshwaran?
I was working in IT.
All right. Can I ask if you've had a chance to read the book?
Yeah,
What did you think about it?
it's good. The idea is good. I also read the petition you sent
UN
uh, to the UN.
and the Human
So
Rights Commission, yes.
yeah, so I've read both of those,
Okay.
and so the idea is good. How do you get it off? How do you want to get it off the ground?
Right.
That's
So, Vigneshwaran, just to give you a bit of a background as well, let me ask, have you also read the book, The Introduction to Satisfaction Economy?
No, not yet.
You haven't
Sorry.
started. So, basic concept or the basic premise is that we're born into this socio-economic system and we don't have a choice to live outside of it. So, we don't even consider that a choice is possible besides what we're already doing. But in my opinion, if you don't have that choice, that means you don't have the freedom to choose. Without freedom, we are slaves. Another major issue with the socio-economic system is that it breeds contempt, it breeds selfishness. With the competitive way that everything is set up, we're not looking to help others, we're looking to help ourselves. So, satisfaction economy is a system or a socio-economic model where other people's satisfaction is valued over your own as well. So, you'd be getting it's of course the four pillars that we worked on are self-governance, a non-money based value system, which will be based on satisfaction points received by doing things either for yourself or for others. So, if you do something that negatively impacts you or others, you lose satisfaction points. If you do something that positively impacts yourself, others, or the environment, you earn satisfaction points. And these points are very subjective. They're based on your current circumstances plus your desires. So everybody's valuation will be individualistic, but based on a matrix that will have some set parameters. And so we've reached a stage where I've written the book 4 years ago. I've also now written an appeal to the Human Rights Commission in India and to the UN, basically to acknowledge the fact that as citizens we don't enjoy the human rights as mentioned in the human rights articles. We're not free basically because we're trapped in this socio-economic system. There's nobody who's leading the system. It's just this self-perpetuating system that we have to blame. We can't blame one leader or even 10 leaders as such. It's just the system that breeds those leaders as well, the corrupt leaders. So we're at that point. We also, in the meantime, while I'm waiting for a response from the Human Rights Commission, we're trying to build our participant numbers. So this is of course just online participation. It's just to show how many hands are raised. So the more people who raise their hands and support it, we have backing once we are contacted by either the Human Rights Commission or beyond that, if they don't react positively, then we will also be reaching out to the government. If the government does not react positively, then we will be reaching out to the judiciary as well. So, the Supreme Court allows you to file a public interest litigation. We will probably move ahead with that step in the future. Have you been through the concept a little bit? Do you have any questions at this time?
Um, not right away.
Okay. And your thoughts around it, what got you interested?
Well, uh, But for many years, I've been feeling we are in an unnecessary rat race.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's like people are doing things without really enjoying them. Most of the people who are working are not working jobs that they would really do if they had the choice to not work for survival. If all your basic needs were met, the kind of work we'd be doing, it's not as if we'd stop working, but we'd be doing work that we really enjoy doing, that we want to do, and we'd have that choice. So, which also improves the happiness of individuals and the society. Once, so the happiness index is something that we're very far behind in. India is placed at the bottom of the list in terms of happiness index. So it's something that we have to work to improve in our country as well, and hopefully set an example for other countries. So what we basically are looking for now is a way to improve participation, increase participation of people. So we're basically using social media right now. That's the free medium available to us. So as far as help from you guys or anybody who participates, right now it's pretty simple. We just need to publicize the concept a little more, get people to start asking us questions. As I was telling Rahul last time, that a critical approach, anybody critiquing the what we've done is the best way to make sure that it doesn't have anything wrong with it. So Rahul,
Yeah.
I was also waiting for Millard, but I don't think he's joining today. How would you suggest going about the social media marketing? We already have a LinkedIn, a Facebook, and a Twitter handle. So, the best way I think is that the people involved should start sharing the posts that are there as well about the events and about the book.
Okay.
Would that be a good way to start it off?
Yeah, I think social media is a good place to start. Um, I use social media. I don't use it a lot,
Right.
so I don't know what to do to get things as widely disseminated as possible. But I know how to use social media, but I just don't have that kind of. I'm not a social media manager, but I can write posts. I can post them and try to make sure they have a wide reach. It's not that difficult to actually learn. You can just watch a few tutorials and figure out how to get
Right.
good traction.
So I was thinking a simple way to probably do it would be taking quotes from the book
Okay.
and putting them up on the page. I can make you an admin on our satisfaction economy pages as well. So any of you guys who have the time, and can make you admins on those pages, and you can post as well. So it's just that we need to have some regular
All right.
posting to get more attention. Right now, I'm the only one who's been posting, so the response has been a little slow.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that's and Vigneshwaran, I would really love to hear your questions about it. Anyone participating. So the best thing to do would be to probably read the book. There's an author's note. You can skip that. Uh, and but the rest of the book, then it basically talks about, like you were saying, how the system has corrupted humanity, so as to say, and what a better future would look like, and how we can reach that better future through setting up a dual socio-economic system, one which is the existence system and one which would be satisfaction economy.
okay.
Okay. So that would be a good place to start, and then we can always discuss what kind of time and questions and queries that you have available to give to us, and there is a certain amount, is a certain path that we need to follow, but it's dependent on the response that we get from everybody that we contact. Right now, if it's there are about 5 people who've shown interest, but we're all geographically scattered. There's some people in the US. There's someone in Germany. There's somebody in Mauritius. There are about 3 or 4 people in India who've shown interest. One in Canada. So we need to build on those numbers basically and have people ask us intelligent questions.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
I have one question. This
Yes.
is I think kind of vital. I mean, why do you want why do you want satisfaction economy to run parallel to the traditional economy? Why not just do away with the traditional economy entirely? Is that your long term plan that we get rid of it over the long term?
Yeah, that is a long term plan, but why we can't do that, and this is something that came up in my first event with Millard. He mentioned something very poignant. He said that anyone who has gone up against the state has not just lost, but they have been exterminated. So,
Right.
keeping our safety in mind, although it sounds ridiculous, it is true. It's history has shown that anyone going up against the center of the state has lost and been lost to history as well. So we don't want to create a violent anarchy. We want to show that we can work together. We want to show that this can be a transition, and we want to give them the choice that if you want to live in a moneyed society and work in a moneyed society and earn money and continue to live, you have that choice as well. If you want to escape from that choice and work in another system where you earn satisfaction points based on what work you do and how you treat others, then you have that choice to move between the two systems or the two communities. So there will be communities that would be built who would be working or living in the satisfaction economy setup. And you can move in between the satisfaction economy setup and the money economy as well. So you could have your interests in the money economy as well as satisfaction economy.
Right.
So we don't want to fight the system by trying to exterminate it. It's a slow progression where we show the existing system a better way. And once we show them a better way, either they will improve or they will change
Right.
or get
Okay.
lost to time. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. And so you want to share those handles with me or Vigneshwara?
Yes, I'll email you guys, Aram se. I'll share whatever handles are there already. Vigneshwaran, are you on social media besides Facebook?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So do you use Twitter and LinkedIn as well?
Twitter and what's the other one?
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, not much.
Okay. So Rahul, what other social media platforms would you suggest?
I don't know how visual we are, but
Not
Instagram.
not yet, but we need to get a little visual as well because Instagram is one of the most popular platforms right now.
Yeah, I mean, see, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram,
Are the top 4.
YouTube,
Yeah.
YouTube. These are really the ones I use. I mean, I spend considerable time on YouTube, not that much on Facebook. Some time on LinkedIn. Twitter, I hardly use, but I get a lot of notifications from there.
Right.
And Instagram, I spend just a little bit of time, not much. I mean, my social media probably takes up like 1/50th of my day. 1/50th of, yeah.
So
I don't spend much time on social media.
ठीक है, I'll make a plan and we'll work on that as well. I can sit with you as well and make a plan. Vigneshwaran, this the cooperative farming that you're doing is one great example of a way to move forward as well. Like they're also starting worker-owned businesses. There's cooperative housing that's starting, but these are small solutions that help a few people. So we need to scale this kind of a solution, cooperative solutions, and the best way to scale it is in an economic model. So
So,
that's so great. I think that covers most of the things that I wanted to talk about today. Of course, Vigneshwaran, I'd really like to get some questions from you, but maybe they'll come once you read the book a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So we can
I don't know where to start. I've been wrestling with these
thoughts.
ideas.
Yes.
We talk about communities, and then there are issues of conflict resolution. How do we share? How do we share land? How do we make the decisions? I've been wrestling with these questions for long.
So a lot of answers you may find in the book as well.
Okay.
For example, just the thought of conflict resolution. We are we have to understand two things. One is, of course, that it's a self-governance model. So to achieve self-governance, it would be like if you're a doctor, you have to take a you have to ensure that you're up to par with the requirements to be a doctor. Every year you have to get your additional training, you have to get tested to see if you are still eligible to perform surgery. So the same self-governance works the same way, that you have to first achieve a level of compassion and wisdom to be able to self-govern. And you have to maintain that level of compassion and wisdom. So it would be like a yearly test that you take just to see a psychological evaluation where you test yourself to see if you're still capable or if you are there's anything lacking emotionally that stops you or hinders your self-governance. Because the whole concept of self-governance is that we are all leaders. We don't need a leader to show us the way. We're all intelligent human beings. We're all compassionate beings. We need to bring those qualities back out. So once we achieve a level of self-governance, conflict resolution will be managed in that as well. So there are, if a lot of the questions that regularly come up about how this would work, I've tried to give a lot of detail in the book. Another thing that we'd be dependent on is technology, because technology we have to look at as a boon. We can't. I'm not trying to say that we have to live nomadic or a cave dwelling sort of life. We have certain advantages through technology which we need to use for the benefit of humankind, not to control humankind. Right now, most of the technology can be misused. So, again, that's because it's in the hands of a few leaders. If it's in the hands of the whole community, then the misuse also reduces. Yeah. So, guys, any other questions you have today, or should we call it an evening? I'll send you guys a list by email of the social media platforms that I'm using for Satisfaction Economy. And maybe we can just start by liking some of the posts on the pages and sharing the posts on a regular basis. and then we'll also come up with a plan to try and get more participation.
All right.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
sounds good. Vigneshwaran, anything else from you tonight?
Not for now.
No, I'm really glad that you took the time out and joined us. I'm really looking forward to more people getting together and at least starting the discussion that something there is another way possible, and we just need to take the right steps.